Imagine this. You just graduated with your STEM degree, all nice and shiny, and now you're applying for your first tech job right after college. You're passing the interviews, you're going through the tech exam, and you're finally ready for your first round to finally give you the offer. But you don't receive it. It's okay. You are now going through your 1, 5, 10th attempt of applying for a job, and some of them are giving you a no show, but some of them are giving you a whole new interview. So now you're going through the motions. You're acing the interviews, you're going through your lit code, you're finally crushing those perfect case studies. And you're even sending out follow-up emails. But you're still not getting that offer letter. And you start to question why that is. What are you doing wrong that is preventing these jobs from actually giving you the offer when you just went through 3 rounds with them? Isn't that sad? Hi, my name is Miracle, and if you're new here, then I am Miracle indeed. And if you've been following my journey, I have been on the job market for the last 6 months, and I'm currently in my second Fortune 500 company in the tech industry. This is my second job, meaning that I already been through one tech company right after college, and I have gone through the struggles of applying for jobs, passing those tech interviews, and even going through case studies. And I have actually had my fair share of not getting the final round offer when I thought it was a set deal. So here are some skills that I have started to pick up on that is more than your tech skills that you actually need. And hopefully these will actually help you pass and ace to get the final offer that you deserve, especially in this job economy. Number 1, communication. Okay, stop. I know you're thinking, obviously communication is important in everything, but do you truly know what communication really is? It's not just another form of public speaking you do with your friends and family and maybe even some coworkers at your previous job. It is the way you present yourself when you're talking to a manager, your mentor, or even a buddy you might have. Can you explain what they're going through within a few simple terms? Can you do your elevator pitch to a customer versus a manager? So how does this all relate in terms of an interview? If you're going through a tech interview and you're talking to someone who is literally not in that field, but they are still interviewing you, are you going to give them technical know-how in between the interview? Answer is no. You want to actually tell them the right way to solve a problem without actively telling them the nitty and gritty sides of what it goes through. No one cares about the Python code, let's be honest. We all want to understand what made you choose those resources in the most simple and basic way possible. Number 2, don't come off as a smarty pants. Just because you want to be a know-it-all doesn't mean you actually have to know it all. We love doing research right before interview, some more than others, but we should not come off as someone who is a living dictionary. Most companies don't care about that. There's new technology coming out. You're not going to learn everything, and you need a way to showcase how you will figure it out if you had more time to figure it out. Interviews, it's a lot better to explain your strategy of how you will come up with a good plan to find out information versus finding out the information and giving them the answer. Because sometimes your answer isn't always correct, and if you can't come up with a backup answer, then you kind of already failed that interview. Think of it as showing your work without having the answer correct. You still get points for showing your work, even if the answer comes up wrong. Because at the end of the day, we all care about how much effort you put into something versus what the overall result was. Number 3, always ask for feedback when you are done with your interviews. This might seem like a simple thing, but for me, I was not asking for feedback for a good chunk of my interviews before I started to get more and more interviews later on in the year. And that was just because I don't like criticism. I don't like being told I was wrong or something needs to be fixed. I like to assume I'm perfect. It can really hurt you in upcoming interviews. If you think you're good at something and then you don't fix it, the next interview will see that same issue and then suddenly you don't get that one either. So always ask for feedback. I usually do it within the interview itself. I always ask them, hey, was there anything I didn't answer? Was there anything I could have done better? And is there anything you want me to improve on? In that way, they'll be able to say, oh, this person not only cares, they want to improve it within that interview. It's almost like getting a second chance. Of course, you can also send an email as well, but I like to do it within the interview so they actually give me my feedback immediately and they can't just ghost me for like the next person they're going to interview. It's really good at showcasing that you have weaknesses and you want to improve, and it shows either the HR person, the recruiter, or even the manager you might one day have that you're willing to take feedback and learn from it. Not everyone likes criticism, but we all should learn from it, even if it costs us some of our dignity. To end it off, of course, it's just some of the skills you will need within an interview. Tech skills are still very important if you're going that route, but it is always good to know that these soft skills are just as important, if not more, if you're going for a job that you truly want. So, if you have some skills that you want to improve on, put it down in the comments below, and maybe I'll do a video on how to improve on it in my next one. You just never know these days. Tech skills, they change every day, but the soft skills are staying the same all the time. Even with AI, they are starting to become even bigger because anyone can code an AI chatbot nowadays, but it takes a human to actually explain it in simple terms for anyone to understand. So if you guys like this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a new update from me when I do post again. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!